Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Combat Phase, the #1 dentist recommended YouTube channel, just for you to enjoy. We are here with our first episode. Yay!
Let's go.
We're going to introduce ourselves, talk about commanders, and then we'll roll, and we'll just get started. So, Dylan, start us off.
I am playing the Gitrog monster. I'm just looking to play a ton of lands, sacrifice the lands, get a crap load of value, and kind of snowball from there.
I'm Connor. I'll be playing Myrkul, Lord of Bones. He's kind of a commander to cover weaknesses for my deck. Mostly, I'm just trying to become immortal. So,
hi, I'm Zach. I'm playing Orthion, Hero of Lava Brink. This is actually my first time playing this deck. I finally got it put together. So hopefully all goes well. But ultimately, I'm just trying to get Orthion out and a whole bunch of threats, and then just start copying them as many times as I possibly can. So here's to that.
And I'm Alex. I'm playing Sovereign Okinec, a How. He's a good boy that whenever he attacks, I put 1/1 counters on all my creatures equal to their power. So the whole plan is just pumping up 1/1 counters up into the stratosphere, and then hitting for about 500, 600 damage.
Yeah.
well, y'all are going down, so.
Nice.
Okay, let's roll. Go do it.
4.
8.
3.
Strong roll here. 7. Zach first?
I got 8.
Oh, he's got 8. Oh, shoot.
He's got 8.
Dylan's first. All right, so let's draw and we'll get into our game here.
Okay.
I draw, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to lay down a forest, and I'm going to play Elves of Deep Shadow. Taps for a black, deals 1 damage to me. 1/1. Pass turn.
We will go with a swamp. I also have a turn 1 play with Thrall Parasite. It is a 1/1. I can tap to pay 2 life and remove a counter from target non-land permanent, and it has Extort.
All right. I'll play a mountain and I'll pass. No turn 1 play for me.
Okay. I'm gonna play probably Radiant Grove tapped. No play turn 1 for me either.
Untap, draw. Hissing Quagmire enters tapped. Tap a green, tap a black, take a damage. And play Squandered Resources. Sacrifice a land, add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type of sacrificed land could produce. And I will pass turn.
Untap. Go with the plains and pass.
Okay. I'll draw. I'll play a mountain, and then I will tap 2, and I will play a Stigma Lasher. It's a 2/2 with Wither, and then whenever he deals damage to a player, that player can't gain life the rest of the game.
Oh!
Whoa!
Ew!
Whoa! Hold on.
Yucky.
And I will pass from there.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Interesting. Oh, check this though. We're gonna put down a forest. And we're gonna tap 2 for an arcane signet. Tap for 1 mana. Of any color. But I'll pass
Okay.
from there.
How strong is that? 2/2?
Yeah.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm going to put down a swamp. I'm going to tap for 3. Play Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I might play an additional land on each of my turns. And my lands are any of the types. I will put down a forest as my second land drop. And I'll hit you for 1, Alex.
Me?
1 damage.
Alright, I'll go down to 39.
Pass turn.
Play of a forest. We will go with 3 mana for Black Market Connections. So at my upkeep, I can choose 1 or more, or I can choose up to all 3, I guess. Nope, I have to choose at least 1. I can pay 1 life to get a treasure, I can pay 2 life to draw a card, and I can pay 3 life to get a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter.
Nice.
Pass my turn.
Okay. I will untap, draw. I'll play a mountain for turn.
A mountain?
A mountain, shocker. And then I'm going to do kind of a wild play here. I'm going to tap 2, and then I'm going to play Cathartic Pyre. I can choose one. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or I can discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. I'm going to deal 3 damage to the Thrall Parasite. And then I'll move to combat, and Connor, I will hit you for 2.
Okay.
Yikes. Now Connor can't do half his strategy for this again.
Brutal.
And I will pass for 2.
Okay, well, we're gonna untap then.
So that's how it is.
Wild play on turn 3, folks. I'm just gonna do my Terramorph.
I drew into that. That was not the plan.
Wow.
It was always the plan. As soon as you played Stigma last year, don't lie to me.
We'll put a planes down.
Not to
tap.
get you that soon, though.
So we're gonna do a little shuffle shoe here. Shuffle-oo. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's go down good old Mary Weatherlight Duelist. She's a 3/2 with first strike. Whenever she attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature. And as long as she is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack me.
Wow.
So right now, since she's untapped,
Stinky magic.
stinky magic. Welcome to combat phase. The stinkiest magic there is. That's it. I pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a damage if you don't mind. Play Gitrog. I will put down a Reliquary Tower. I will move to combat, and Alex, I'm going to come at you with a 2/4.
I'll take it.
Okay. Pass.
I'll catch
Untap.
up to Zach.
Upkeep. Will you
your
drain
upkeep,
me
upkeep.
6 life, please?
4, 5, 6.
Treasure. I get to draw a card, and I need one of your tokens here. Yeah, that's
Close
what
enough.
that says. And it looks like this.
There you go.
There we go.
It's like a little ditto. Oh, yeah.
And draw for turn. The pain is real. The pain is monumental. I will pay for a migration path. I get to search for 2 lands and put them into the battlefield tapped. Throw 2 planes. And I pass my turn.
Okay. I'll untap, keep draw, play a mountain for turn, and then I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna play a glittering stockpile. And then I guess I'm just gonna immediately tap it. So with this glittering stockpile, I can add 1 red mana and put a stash counter on it. And then I can tap it and sacrifice it to add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of stash counters on it. So I'm gonna tap it and float a red that I'm not gonna use, but I will get a stash counter on it. I will pass.
Okay. Let's go. Let me use my brain. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put down Decanter of Endless Water. Gives me no maximum hand size, and it taps for 1 mana of any color, which is big. And then I'm gonna tap both of these to put down Botanical Brawler. It is a 0/0 with trample, but he enters with 2 1/1 counters on him. It might be kind of hard to see. But then whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on another permanent I control, if it's the first time 1/1 counters have been put on that permanent this turn, put a 1/1 counter on him. So as my other guys get 1/1 counters, so does he. I think
Hit Zach. Hit Zach.
that's what I'm thinking actually. Zach, I'm gonna attack you with Miri. 3/2, first strike.
I will take 3 damage.
Okay.
Now that she's tapped, we can only attack with 1 creature?
Yep, you can only attack with 1 creature.
You
You
can attack other people with multiple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can only attack me.
Okay.
That's it though.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Untap.
And this guy's a 2/2, right?
Yeah. For now.
For now, makes sense.
Upkeep. I will sacrifice a forest to Gitrog, triggering a draw. Draw for turn. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Oracle of Moldiah. 2/2 Elf Shaman. I may play additional land on each of my turns. Play Play the top card of my library revealed, and I may play lands from the top of my library.
So you're up to 4 land drops now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So number 1 is going to be this. Number 2 is Peat Bog, comes in tapped. Taps for 2 black, removing a counter. I'm going to sacrifice a swamp to squandered resources, producing a black mana, triggering a draw of Gitrog. Do the same thing with this forest. Triggering a draw, producing a green as well. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking a damage, please. I'm going to play Head Shredder. Whenever it attacks, I may mill 2 cards. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into my graveyard from my library, put them on the battlefield tapped. And it has Crew 1, the vehicle. Nobody's playing blue, are they?
Nope.
No carpet of flowers here.
Well. Okay. Move to combat. Sending Gitrog at you.
Me?
Yeah. I know what that deck's like, and I don't like that guy.
Alright, I'll take it.
All right.
Oops. Oops, I gained a life.
Whoa,
Whoops.
holy. Okay, I'll pass.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep, will you take me 3 down? Draw a card. Give a second to treasure. Draw for turn. 3 for a welcoming vampire.
Welcome.
Yeah, yeah, welcome. And then 2 for a spirited companion, which will allow me to draw a card when it enters, and welcoming vampire allows me to draw a card. We will play a forest for turn. I think that will do it. I think we'll pass at that point.
Okay. I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm going to help everybody out. I'm going to tap 5 mana. And I am going to play Gauntlet of Power. I'm going to choose red. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+1, so anybody's red stuff, you get +1/+1.
Which is nobody.
Yep.
There is no red besides you on the
Yeah, and then whenever a basic land is tapped for mana of the chosen color, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of that color. Okay, maybe I'm not helping.
Something like that. That's how
That's all you. That's all you. Are you sure you don't want to choose, I don't know, green? Green would help us.
That would help a lot.
And you get a stash counter too.
Oh yeah, look at the stash counter. Boom. Okay. And I will pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Getting the commander out. So here comes Okinec. Boom. That's a pass.
Okay.
I pass.
Untap, upkeep, sacrifice Quagmire to Gitrog. Draw for turn, which is Llanowar Elves, as you guys get to see. Cool. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, take a damage. Sacrifice this to squandered resources for 6. Draw off Gitrog for doing that. Play Rampaging Baloths.
Oh!
Landfall, create a 4/4 green beast creature token. I'm going to sacrifice Reliquary Tower for a mana, triggering a draw. And Peat Bog. Oh, no. Keep Peat Bog. Play Forest, create a beast.
It begins.
Mm-hmm.
It very much begins.
Comes the landfall.
And then I had 1 floating from Reliquary, so then I'm going to tap this for the second one. Play Aftermath Analyst. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Lotus Cobra. Ars Infinity. Forest. Forest hits the graveyard, triggering a draw from Gitrog, which is Crucible of Worlds. And then Head Shredder is going to put this onto the battlefield, creating a beast.
Isn't it tapped?
It's not.
It's not.
1, 2. Sylvan Safekeeper. 3. Use Constrictor. For 3 mana, I'm going to play Crucible of Worlds. Oof. I've played 1 land so far, so I'm going to play number 2, Create a Beast. Number 3, Create a Beast. And number 4, Create a Beast. Pay green for Sylvan Safekeeper. You can sacrifice a land and target creature I control gains Shroud until end of turn. I will pay green for Llanowar Elves. Tap this for green, because Dryad can make me do that.
Oh, true.
and then sack this for another green. Drawing.
Because I guess if he's out, you can get any mana
Yeah,
from your squander resource from your basic lands. Or just any of your lands, yeah.
yeah. With those two, I'm going to play Noose Constrictor. Discard a card, gains a +1/+1 until end of turn. Move to combat. I'll just send Gitrog at you, Alex. Just want to make you make some decisions here.
Okay. I decided to take it.
How big is the Noose Constrictor?
Just a 2/2.
Just 2/2.
2/2 with reach, and then I can buff it up. Pass turn.
At your end step, I'm going to cast Harrow. I'll have to sacrifice a forest, but I grab 2 lands. Untap. Upkeep, do you mind sucking 3 more life out of me?
I don't. Don't mind at all.
Draw for turn. Go with an Evolving Wilds. And Orzhov Signet. Syndic of Tithes.
What's it do?
Extort.
Now, did you draw a card?
Oh, from Syndic of Tithes? No, I did not. Thank you. Okay.
We like to help everybody out here.
Yeah.
Gotta have a good game.
Especially
We're good time boys, right, Connor?
No, we're not.
Oh, darn it.
Not after saying that the last time, then immediately axing half of my strategy. For 3, I will cast Teysa Orzhowski, and I can sacrifice 3 white creatures to exile a creature, and then whenever a black creature I control dies, I get a 1/1 white spirit.
We're good time boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't hit me with that.
Yeah.
And we will be.
It's okay, just we gotta get this guy.
But it's this guy.
That's the scary guy right there.
Always the scary guy.
Connor, we can have a temporary truce
I passed my turn.
until the Gitrog is taken care of. I'll untap, upkeep, draw.
I'm using Evolving Wilds.
Well, now that my mana counts as a little bit extra here, we're gonna tap 2 for 4 mana. And then we're going to tap this Glittering Stockpile for 5 and grab another stash counter there. And then I'm going to play There and Back Again. This is a saga. The first chapter is up to 1 target creature can't block for as long as I control There and Back Again. And then the ring tempts me. So I guess I'll make my Stigma Lasher my Ring Bearer, which I don't have a Ring Bearer card. We're gonna have to look up what that does, but Ring Bearer.
First level, it has Menace, I believe.
Sure.
Bearer. Okay.
Trying to think if any of my decks do, but I don't think so.
I have one in a different deck, but it's fine. Okay. The Stigma Lasher is a Ring Bearer.
Oh, no, I think it's like they can't be blocked by things of power.
And then the creature that I'm going to
You're right,
choose.
it is Skulk.
Yeah.
The creature that can't block as long as I control this is going to be the Gitrog monster. You cannot block. And then we've got 4 mana left here.
Which, by the way, Dylan,
Yeah.
if you wanted more mana, you could tap your lands for red and get twice as much. Because your Dryad makes it so you can do that.
How does that read?
Basic land is tapped for a mana of the chosen color.
So you don't do your basic lands, but if you need a little bit more mana,
okay.
and it doesn't matter if it's red,
Okay.
True.
you could do that.
That's
Again, helping each other out. We want to have a good game. Alrighty then. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tap both these for mana. So there's 4.
You have your floating, right? Because each. Oh, but that's not
that was
land.
5.
That's not land.
So I've got 4 mana.
Maybe the.
With 3 of that mana, I'm going to cast Priest of Urabrask. When he enters the battlefield, add 3 mana to my mana pool. So I've got 4 mana in my mana pool again. And I will cast my commander, Orthion, Hero of Lava Brink. And I will move to my end step. And pass.
Okay. Let's untap. Let's draw. I'm doing 2 things on my turn. Well, I'm going to do more than 2 things, but 2 things at first. I'm going to drop down Rishkar Pima Renegade. Yeah. He's a 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, I put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. 2 target creatures. And then each creature that I control with a counter on it can tap for green mana. So, I'm going to put a 1/1 counter on good old Miri, which will then add a 1/1 counter to Botanical Brawler. And then I'm going to add a 1/1 counter onto Okinec, which will then add another 1/1 counter onto Botanical Brawler. And then, I believe, for these last two, I'm going to go ahead and play a Rampant Growth. Search for a basic land card. What should that basic land card be? It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to grab the first one I find. Wink, wink, wink. Bonk. That's on battlefield tapped, and I shuffle. I'm just going to attack.
Creatures are above.
He's going to copy one of his creatures 5 times on his turn.
I am not. I have something else I'm going to do.
You
Then
could
it's
do
worse.
that.
It's worse because he's got 15 mana sitting right here.
It's not worse.
Well, basically, both Dylan and Zach are in prime takeoff position here.
This is true.
I'm telling you, Dylan's more in the pop-off zone than I am.
I have been smacking you like nonstop.
I know. I'm just trying to do math. I'm just trying to think.
Let me think.
Okay.
Let him think. Let him cook.
Okay. I'm not... Yeah. We're going to do this. I'm going to attack Zach with the Botanical Brawler. And then Dylan, I'm attacking both of you, or both of these. You with both of these. Now, when Okinec attacks, and I kind of misspoke earlier, but basically he has 1/1 counters on each of my creatures equal to the difference between their current power and their base power. So for instance, Okinec is going to get a 1/1 counter because he has 1 greater. Same with Miri. But then Botanical Brawler is going to get 4 1/1 counters because he has 4 greater than his base.
Crazy.
So let me go bam, 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 bam. Okay. And each of you can only block with 1 creature because Miri is attacking.
Okay.
So essentially, Dylan, you've got a 5/4 first strike and a 5/6 coming at you. And then Zach, you have an 8/8 trample.
I will block with the Baloths here at the commander.
Okay. Zach, what are your blocks?
I'm not blocking. I'm going to take 8.
Okay. Okay, and unfortunately, that means Okinec will die. But that's okay, it gets rid of the balance.
Does it? I thought it had 5.
Oh, yeah. Never mind, it doesn't.
Would I get smacked with this?
Yes, so yeah, you're still gonna take the 5 damage there.
Okay.
Still unfortunate, actually, because Okinec needs to stay alive so he can keep attacking. But that's okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. I can only be attacked by 1 creature anyway, so
True.
we will leave it at that. I'll pass.
Okay. Tap. Upkeep. Saga Forest to Gitrog. Draw. Draw for turn, which is a Nostalgic Dreams. Birds of Paradise on top. Use News Constrictor to discard Lotus Veil. Putting a +1/+1 till end of turn, and then drawing a card off Gitrog. Imperial Seal. The Forest as my first land drop. Drag here. Creating a Beast. These ones will be Summoning Sickness over here. 4. I'm going to tap for 2. We're just going to sacrifice this. 2 black, triggering a draw. World Shaper. I'm going to tap for a 3rd and a 4th. Use the 4 to sacrifice Aftermath Analyst, returning all land cards from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Sheesh, here comes a bunch of Belos.
Yeah. Yup.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. This is going to trigger Lotus Veil. When Lotus Veil comes into play, sacrifice 2 untapped lands or bury Lotus Veil. I don't think this will actually trigger the Belos because it doesn't fully enter.
Let's see.
I think I found that out with Caden.
When it comes into play,
It enters. It still enters.
Fully enters? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, but then
it'll just
Okay.
immediately go away.
Okay. That'll trigger a draw. And then I'll get 9 beasts. So I've got 10 with Summoning Sickness.
Beasteroonies.
The army grows! Not much else cool I can do. Actually, if that works, I'm gonna do a funny loop here. So second land drop, I'm gonna play Lotus Veil from the graveyard. It's gonna instantly die. It's gonna create a beast and draw me a card. I'm gonna do it again. So for the third time, create a beast, draw a card. Fourth time, create a beast. Okay. I think that's all my land drops for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sack this for a green, draw a card. Sack this for a black, draw a card. Play Swiftfoot Boots. Wait, what did you do to Gitrog again?
He can't block.
Okay. Can't block. Move to combat. Alex, Gitrog at you. Which is all I can attack you with, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll send all 5 beasts at Zach.
How big are they? They're 4/4s.
4/4s. Yep. 5 4/4s.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Sheesh. Do they have trample?
Nope. Just straight up 4/4s.
Okay, well, I will block one of them with the Stigma Lasher.
Okay.
It's a 3/3
Okay.
with Wither, so one of them is going to get a -1/-1 counter.
Okay.
And then I will take the rest.
Stigma Lasher's 3/3.
Yeah, because of Gauntlet power. It's all
And
like,
it gets 3 -1/-1 counter.
oh, it gets 3 -1, so you've got one that's a 1/1.
1 and 1 1. Okay.
And then I'm taking 4 times 4, 16 damage. Good gravy.
Yeah. I so messed up. On my turn. And I'm blocking with Fresh Card. I can't take you more commander damage. He did his job.
Piling up. Pass turn.
Suck 3 more life out of me.
Connor's playing balls to the ball with the wall.
I still have to play my deck even if I can't gain life from playing it. Okay, draw for turn. Phew, great card. Not at this particular table though. 6, 7. Did I add a treasure?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll cast Myrkul.
Myrkul, Lord of Burkle.
Lord of Bones, yep. As long as I'm below half my starting total, he's indestructible. And then whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I can exile it from my graveyard to make an enchantment version of it. And you know what? We'll pay 1 to extort it, so y'all lose a life.
Nice.
All right.
I would gain life, but we're past that point, it seems.
Connor's big thinking now.
Yeah, how do I not die?
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering the same way.
Yep.
I think Dylan's going to kill us all.
Except Alex, because I can only attack 1 creature.
Yeah, but if I was smarter and I kept Okinec alive, I could do more stuff.
We'll use all my treasures. Combination of, well, we'll just get all black mana. To cast Thelyse. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying, where X is the number of tokens you control, you created this turn.
Okay.
Nice.
And I pass my turn.
Okay. I'll untap, keep, and draw.
Then boom.
Boom. And then we're going to go up to Chapter 2 here, which is going to let me search my library for a mountain and put it onto the battlefield, and then I'll shuffle. Is it just
Untapped.
mountain?
Wow.
Boom, there's a mountain. I'll shuffle up here.
Mountain.
So now the question is, what do I do?
So I have something in my hand that gives my creature vigilance, but I can't play it because if I do,
Because she won't be tapping.
it'll be tapped.
Okay.
I guess I could, if I kept this guy, I could tap her for the mana
Oh,
just to
yeah.
do it. I played so bad.
Okay, I'm going to tap this mountain for 2 mana, and I'm going to play Demand Answers. As an additional cost to this, cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact to draw, or discard a card to draw 2 cards. I'm going to discard a Worn Power Stone to draw 2. 1, 2. I have not played a land yet for the turn, so I will play a 2. I think the only thing that I can do is to play Reckless.
Yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit, I guess we can
Let's
say.
go.
I'm going to tap 2 mana, or 2 mountains for 4 mana. Then I'm actually going to play Chain Reaction. and deal X damage to each creature, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. So I believe that'll wipe.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
So I got
I will take everything.
nothing else to got you right now.
I was like, Botanical Brother might live. No, he won't.
There's a lot of
He's only an
creatures.
8/8. What am I thinking?
Unless Connor's thinking over here. Do you got any responses?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We'll wait.
I have a response too, actually.
You have priority first.
Okay. First, I'm going to use News Constrictor real quick. I'm going to discard Volrath's Stronghold to draw a card off Gitrog, which is the land. I'm going to do the same with Crystal Vein. I'm going to do the same with Undergrowth Stadium. I'm going to do the same with Forest. I'm good.
Okay. In response to the chain reaction, I will sacrifice Syndic Tithes, Spirit Guardian, and Welcoming Vampire, which will all become token enchantments. I get to draw a card when the doggy becomes a token enchantment. We will exile, I don't know.
Get rid of
Yeah, let's exile the battle.
In response, I will sacrifice this to Sylvan Safekeeper to give it hexproof. Shroud.
Shroud. Oh, true.
Drawing on Realm.
Okay. In response to that, so these will all die. I will make enchantment copies of Teysa and Felice.
But they're there, though.
3 black creatures died, which makes me 3 1/1 spirits. And then I made 5 tokens. We'll put Myrkul into the command zone, which makes me 5 more 1/1 spirits.
Okay.
Grab the right kind of die here.
Not too bad.
It's not great.
Yeah, but I mean, Zach's saying he's going to play Reckless, but that honestly saved us a bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. I couldn't deal with an army like that.
I get to draw a card from the Welcoming Vampire token as well.
And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tap 3 mountains for a total of 6 mana, and I will recast Orthion. Man, you got 8 spirits?
Dude,
You know what? I think the Glittering Stockpile has had its shot here, so I'm going to tap it and sack it for 3 mana. 1 or 2 of which I'm going to use for a Fire Prophecy. It deals 3 damage to target creature, and then I can put a card from my hand onto the bottom of my library and draw a card. You are the only one that has a
do
creature.
you want to keep Orthion?
What do you mean?
I will exile Orthion if you do this.
It's true, because you can sack them with the
That's fine.
exile.
Okay. I just want to draw a card.
Okay, then I'm not letting Orthion. I'm not sacrificing 3. That was a bluff.
Okay. I was like, I got enough mana to cast him again next turn, so I will put this mountain on the bottom of the library.
I don't know that you have to reveal it.
Draw a card. But, yeah, it's a mountain. Alright, and then I will pass my turn.
Okay, well, here we are. Here we are doing this.
Once again.
You can't sing. We'll get copyright stricken. I think really my only play is now this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to pay for Macias the Loon art. He enters with 1/1 counters equal to the amount of X I paid for him, in which X was 5. I can tap him to put a 1/1 counter on him, or I can tap him to remove a 1/1 counter from him and put a 1/1 counter on each other creature I control.
Nice.
That's all I got, though. That's my whole thing.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is pay tap for 2 here and 1 here. To play Squirming Emergence. Return to the battlefield target non-land permanent card in your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of permanent cards in my graveyard. Gitrog's coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Titania, Protector of Argoth. When she enters the battlefield, return target land card from my graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever a land I control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 5/3 elemental. I'm going to get back Crystal Vein. Comes in untapped. Sacrifice a forest.
Crazy.
Add a green. And draw a Zurin Orb.
Do you make your elemental?
Place Zern. I do make an elemental.
Oh, shoot.
Now you gotta get rid of 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
Now we need to get rid of the Zern Orb. I think that's the one that we need to get rid of the most.
These things are gaining life.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'm gonna tap and sacrifice this for 2 colorless. Drawing this from Gitrog, making an elemental, and use this green for 3 mana for the 3rd, and play Nissa, Resurgent Animus, Crazy Landfall Lady.
Goodness.
From the graveyard, I'm gonna play Crystal Vein as my first land drop, which will activate the landfall, adding a green mana. And then a second land drop, which I believe I only have 2. I'll do Lotus Veil. So activate landfall, add another green mana. This is going to sacrifice itself. I don't know the order to do this in, but this is going to die.
Whichever order you want.
Okay. Create an elemental, trigger a draw. Okay, then I guess I'll go through Nissa's thing. Reveal until I reveal an elf or an elemental Alisar Shepherd into my hand. Rest on the bottom. Azusa. Tap and sacrifice this for 2. Create an elemental. Draw from Gitrog. I did the thing. 2 here, 2 here, 1 here, and then I'll sacrifice this for a black. Drawing, elemental. Use those 4. Play Nissa of Shadowed Bows.
Does anyone have any artifact tape?
I have no mana.
I got nothing.
I'll use this last mana to equip Swiftfoot Boots onto Gitrog. And I will pass my turn.
Okay, untap. Upkeep, will you suck 3 more life out of me?
Absolutely.
Oh, I need 2. Here's a treasure token for me. Did I get anything good and or useful?
If you can get rid of the Zern Orb, I can kill Dylan.
Oh no.
He just can't be able to gain life.
What does Zern Orb do?
Lets him gain 2 life if he sacks land. I have exactly 30
free.
damage. I have 30 damage.
And how
on
do you
board.
play them from the graveyard?
If you can kill the Zern Orb, I can kill him.
I can't.
On my turn.
I can kill it. But my turn's not.
Yeah,
Before yours.
I need you to do it before me because I can deal 30 damage to him, but he can sack all of his lands to get something
great.
back.
How many lands do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the
10.
moment. 10
10
life.
life.
Can you get 10 on? I know this is just this is evil conspiring. Like
We're good time boys. We gotta take out the arch enemy.
We
It's
played
absolutely
enough. We played enough against this Gitrog deck to know that it can just. And it has.
Oh wait, I don't
been
have
enough
30 damage on him. I lied. I just realized.
Okay, well now he knows we're all conspiring to kill him.
Yeah, never mind. They're all
I can see something.
legendary.
It's all good.
Ah, yes. But you could get a lot of mana.
I sure can.
We will cast Blind Obedience and extort it. And now your creatures and artifacts enter the battlefield tapped.
Who's all of ours?
By everybody, that isn't me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Cast Aegis Angel and extort it. Normally I'd be gaining 1 from this, but somebody...
Oops.
Should be gaining
early game
3?
Stigma Lasher.
Isn't it for each person?
Yes, I'd be gaining a lot of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll make my Tesa enchantment indestructible as long as I control Aegis Angel. How much damage do you have on board?
I'll have 3, but I'll have the 6/6 flyer without haste. So something significant.
Yeah, okay.
I thought I had 30, but then I realized, oh, Smog, all the copies are legendary, they all just instantly kill themselves. I'm gonna have a ton of freaking mana here in a second, but...
Yeah, I guess I will pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. It's kind of helpful, actually. There and back again, we'll go to chapter 3. I will create Smog, a legendary 6/6 dragon token with flying and haste. Oh, it does have haste. And then when he dies, I gotta create 14 treasure tokens.
Woo. 14.
14.
Oh, I will.
Unfortunately, they enter tapped.
Yeah. I will play Smog.
He entered, and he enters tap too, right?
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, so he enters tapped. Then I will
You're welcome.
tap 3, 6.
Remember my kindness.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Let's see, that's 8 mana, 9, 10. I'll tap. I just need 9 mana to tap Orthion, and I will create 5 copies of Smog. They will all die, and I will get 14 times 5 treasure tokens.
Those also enter
Which
tapped.
also enter-
70. That's 70
I've got
treasure tokens
Goodness.
that are tapped.
Might be easier to just write 70 on an
Yeah.
infinite token.
Yeah, we're just gonna write 70 right here. I
Goodness.
have 70 treasure tokens that also enter tapped, unfortunately. So then I've got 1 floating, and then I've got 3 mana here. Unfortunately, but I'll just use the one. I'm just gonna tap it. I have to tap it, unfortunately. I'll play a prismatic lens.
Oh, I made a misplay. At my end
That
step,
comes
I got
in.
another spirit, so I can draw a card.
Okay, good. And unfortunately, I just tapped myself out to make a whole bunch of treasure tokens because I forgot they did not come in tapped. Because
No.
I actually drew into something.
What do you mean, no?
That would be
Kill him!
helpful, unfortunately, and from there off,
You're passing, okay.
I made 70 treasure tokens, so that was cool.
That was
Pretty
funny
cool.
though, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yes, good play, good play.
Yeah.
Really, the impact of my gameplay at this point has just been so Connor can't game life.
Yeah.
Thinky,
Crazy.
thinky, think. I'm going to beast within something. Destroy target permanent.
Probably the squandered resources.
That's what I was thinking. Probably
Or-
squandered resources.
What does he have to play from the graveyard? Just Crucible of Worlds? That's probably better at this point.
Yeah.
Crucible Worlds.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too,
Or the Zurin Orb.
because at least he would kind of stop ish. Let's do the Crucible of Worlds. Let's
Okay.
do that, and you get a 3/3 beast
Hey. Let's go.
instead.
Beast 3.
Man, this stinks. Yeah, my deck. I just stopped in my tracks. But I can go 1/2 to play Cathedral Acolyte. A 1/2 that gives all of my creatures with counters on them Ward 1. So now my
Nice.
guy's at Ward 1. And he comes in tapped.
Is it a fallout card?
It is.
Oh. Cool.
Boy, now here's the thing. Do I tap Nicaeus to give the Cathedral Acolyte a 1/1 counter? Tapping
Yes.
my whole board.
Yes, do it.
Or just leave him up to block one thing, and that probably won't even matter anyways. I'm going to accept my death. I'm going to tap him and remove a 1/1 counter. And put a 1/1 counter on this. Now they both have Ward 1, so
Hey.
checkmate.
Let's go.
That's it, though.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
In step, I'm going to sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lands to gain 8 life. Draw 4 cards. And create 4 elementals.
What is letting you play extra lands at this point?
Just Gitrog. So I can only play 2 per turn right now.
Okay.
4 more.
And they're all tapped.
But when a land enters the battlefield,
tapped.
Nissa will give him mana as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got 4 tapped guys.
that's why I did the
Oh. Oh, he did his end step.
Yeah, set yours. Now I'll go to untap. Good play. I will sacrifice Reliquary Tower to Gitrog. Draw a card, creating a tapped beast or elemental. Man. Okay, yeah, this will work. Riveteers. I just want to. Wait, do I have lethal on everybody?
Well, we've got 5
No.
times 9 damage.
Connor.
So you have 45
Oh,
damage.
you got a bunch of
to deal
spirits.
with.
Have
Yeah.
blockers.
He's got a lot of blockers, though.
Okay.
Could kill me and Zach.
Yeah. I will do so.
You just have to send 2 guys my way. I'm dead.
Okay.
You just have
2
to send
there.
5 at me.
5 there. That's 7 tapped. So 8 tapped now,
And then 2 left.
and 2 left.
So who lost first?
That's
Priorities. Well, shoot.
Okay, then I'm gonna play Riveteer's Overlook. It's gonna enter, activate Nissa for mana. It's gonna be green. It's gonna auto-sacrifice itself, gaining me 1 life.
In response to that, exile Nissa.
No. Okay.
Still get the trigger though, right?
Yeah, still on the stack. Exiled. Okay. Create a tapped elemental
Here you go.
with a 4. Search for basic swamp island. I'll get a forest, comes in tapped. It's going to give this Nissa, a loyalty. A landfall. I'll use this green mana to play Amulet of Vigor. So now my permanents, when they enter tapped, they untap. Oh! I don't have Reliquary Tower. No!
No,
Then I
discard.
can't play it. Okay. Already gone through combat. Pass turn. Let me discard a million cards.
Can Connor pull it off?
No. I'm fairly confident not, but
He's rolling away. One of them is a land, so I'm just going to trigger a draw real quick.
and then you'll have to discard again.
True. Okay, draw. Discard, draw. Discard, draw. Discard, draw. Discard, draw. Good grief.
He's gonna deck himself right here, folks.
He's gonna
Why
get
are all the
ready
lands
to
together? Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. 3 for Helpful Hunter. I am extorting it. When it enters, I get to draw a card. Because of my vampire here, I get to draw a card. Play a land for turn. 3 more. Basilicus creature, which I'm extorting. Did you take the way
Yep.
the one for the last extort? Okay.
I did.
It's down to the wire, folks. We're getting quiet. Let's tap them all.
Syndicate Enforcer, which I extort.
Okay.
I'll throw a 5 in the air at you, Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah, him or Nissa.
Yeah, let's give it to Nissa.
Okay.
I suppose we will go into end step, and I created a treasure token, so I get a spirit.
Okay. Full tap. I will sacrifice my forest. I will create an elemental.
It's right, like 12 elementals now.
These all become untapped.
One has haste, so you'll have 11 that can attack. One does not have haste.
Yeah. So 11 here, and then
One has summoning sickness.
Yeah. And then draw for the sack, and then draw for turn. I have no mana. This is not good.
The engine has stalled.
I'm gonna move to combat because I can't do anything else yet. I will tap this to crew. Swing. On attack, this guy lets me mill 2 cards. Oseju, and he's gonna make this come straight to the battlefield tapped. But then it's gonna untap itself because of Amulet of Vigor. And then the second mill is Ancient Green Warden. Okay. And then we can move to blockers.
Okay. Does anything have trample?
Nope.
Yeah.
You got a 5/5 here, and then these are all 5/3s.
11 5/3s.
So we will block 10 of the 5/3s,
Okay.
and I will sacrifice 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will sacrifice 6 spirits after they block to exile 2 of your creatures, which will be Gitrog
Swiftfoot.
and Swiftfoot. Okay, that guy then,
Okay.
and your vehicle.
Which is a creature because it's crude.
Yeah.
And then you wait. What do you take? You take 5, 10 damage?
Only 2 are hitting me, or only 1 creature is hitting me.
This is hitting you too.
No, it's being
Okay.
exiled.
Oh, before damage.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
He's doing it in response to his own blockers.
So I take 5.
Take 5, yep. And then one of these dies, right? Because this has 3 power.
Yes.
And this one's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Trying to come up with
Tokens. I get to draw off of that. 2 black creatures died. And I made 3 tokens. At the end step, I will have 5 spirits. If you're going to end step. If not, I will only have 2 until.
Not yet.
Oh, they are. Nope, never mind. I only have 2. I forgot Myrkul's dead.
Yeah.
Which
True.
means I did not draw this.
I think what I need to do is tap. Oh! Okay. Soul Ring. Now I can do the thing. Sacrifice this to Squander to produce a green, and tap this for 2. Or Walk-in Closet. Let me play lands from my graveyard again.
Uh-oh.
Only 2, only 2.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
How much is Walking Closet?
3.
3?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to mana tithe that. It is countered.
No! I can't pay the 1. Nice.
That's why I was keeping that.
Oof.
Okay. That was good. That was about to
Never
combo a
mind.
little bit.
Never mind then.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't attack with this guy. Alright, that's it. Pass turn.
Tap. Sorry, this game's taking forever.
Down to the wire.
Upkeep.
Risk it.
Do all 6.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do 3.
Yeah, let's
We'll do
go.
3. Make me another treasure and draw me a card and then draw for turn.
You're gonna die in one go anyway, so just make it happen.
Yeah, you only need 1 to win. That's my motto.
Oh, what about the spirits you would have gotten?
I didn't make any.
Yeah, you didn't Myrkul.
Oh, because you didn't make the tokens, because you didn't make the thing. I get you.
Land for turn.
Big place, big place.
I would if I could, let me tell you. How many times has Gitrog died?
He hasn't hit the command zone yet. He's died once, but he hit the graveyard.
How much does he cost?
It's 5.
Yeah. Like, naturally?
Naturally.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of the Swiftfoot boots first.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
Sheesh! I will swing for 7 in the air.
All right.
Ouch.
That puts you to 27. We will make Aegis Angel hexproof and indestructible and extort you for 1. Then 8. Blood money. Destroy all creatures. For each non-token creature destroyed this way, I create a tapped treasure token.
Destroy all creatures?
Destroy all creatures. And I'm extorting it.
Okay.
Except all those things are tokens, but still,
Well, I get 1 from Gitrog.
you get 1 from Gitrog.
Which means I've made 2 treasures this turn.
Yes.
Which means I will replace those 2 spirits.
Yes.
But I also have mana still. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb idiot. Okay, we'll use one of my untapped treasures for a green. And these 2 and this, so we can extort it.
Another store?
Yeah, for Kodama's Reach.
Alright, there we go.
What a time to ramp.
Okay, so I've made 2 treasures. I'm like nervous here for some reason. There's that
I
for
don't
you.
know what's gonna happen. I have no lands.
So you got no lands, you got no
We'll
tokens, you
go
got
to
nothing.
end
You
step,
got a soul ring.
which will give me 2
soul.
spirits. Because of this, and I made 2 tokens. And that is my turn.
Okay.
I need a green source.
If there's anything Connor has, it's answers.
Not a land.
Probably not enough answers, though.
It is a land, but I can't use it. Comes a tapped. Taps for green.
Shifting woodland, huh?
Yeah. Oh, but I have squandered resources. Okay. We're gonna get going here a little bit. Make at least one thing happen. Tap for 2. Sack this for green to squandered. Play.
So that gets you green mana.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it come in untapped? Amulet?
It does. I don't have to sacrifice it. Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's tapped.
Okay. Ramanap Excavator. We can play lands from my graveyard. You know what? I I'm gonna sack this anyway for a green and play Birds of Paradise. I will pass turn.
Boy.
This is gonna be a slugfest. Ugh.
Play a land. 15. Okay. We're just gonna put everything I've got
Sheesh!
into debt to the death list. Each opponent loses 2 times X. X is 15, and I gain the amount of life lost. But I can't gain life, so you just lose 30.
Let's go!
What in the world?
Amazing.
Half his deck wasn't even online because of the life game. He still pulled it out.
Goodness.
Holy!
That's
It's
a GG,
always
folks.
that debt to the death list.
That is my favorite card.
Such a good
Oh
card.
my goodness!
GG, folks.
Wow.
First episode win goes to our man Connor here. Myrkul, Lord of Bones. Nice.
Oh, I
And what
shouldn't
a
be as
game
nervous
for
as I
it
am.
too.
What sweaty gaming.
Yeah. Sorry, we wanted to be a little bit more exciting, but that was pretty.
I don't know, that was a nail biter.
Yep.
At least for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll see you guys
on the
later.
next video.